Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we're going to talk about a double kettlebell exercise, the alternating clean single tempo. The fun part about kettlebells is not only can you do them at home without having to spend $1,000 on a rack, and you can set them down and you can do them in apartments because you're never dropping the weights, which really helps. If you try to drop a 200-pound barbell inside an apartment, you're not going to have an apartment very long. You'll probably get evicted. But kettlebells you can do pretty much with nobody noticing. We had our double clean, which we are doing a swing clean. There's also a dead clean. And what we're going to do right now is where you really get separate from dumbbells and from barbells. You can't do an alternating clean with a barbell. You can load a barbell up heavier and do more max weight, but with kettlebells you can do way more variation. So for our double clean, we could set up as thin as having our feet on the bells. Totally works fine, keeps us in a very natural athletic stance. Usually, to make people more comfortable, I like to go slightly wider than that. 3 fingers on the outside of the bells is where your feet should probably just about set up. I would like you to point your feet straight ahead because I have knee surgery. Many people who play a one-sided sport will have one foot that turns out differently than the other. We would like to avoid that if possible, just for long-term joint health. If we can point our feet the same direction, it will make our knee point the same direction, it'll make our hip work the same, and it'll make one side of our spine work the same. Everything about staying healthy is about maintaining balance between the left and right side of our body. This exercise, you can either start from the bottom or you can start from the top. One arm is going to be in the clean while the other arm is in straight. One arm is going to be in the clean while the other arm is going to be straight. In this version, they're going back and forth. This is a core destroyer. If you rack the weights up and you start trying to stack up reps, this becomes incredibly hard very fast. As soon as we start doing these alternating movements with kettlebells, what you're going to notice is all of your perfect body position goes out the window. We would like to be very good at swings, single arm swings, hand-to-hand swings, and single arm clean and press before we start trying to do this. We would also really like to be very good at least 3 or 4 versions of kettlebell squats. This double clean is somewhere between a deadlift position and a squat position. You can no longer move perfectly because your body is going to be twisting and torquing and doing all kinds of weird things. This exercise lies somewhere in the middle of all those other exercises, which is a very good thing because in the real world, there are no perfect positions. We're going to point our feet straight ahead, thumbs point back at the bottom. We're going to have one hand up. We're just going to start from this position right now. Lower arm is straight, upper arm, thumb at collarbone. No barbell grip. This will not work with a barbell grip. Be really good at cleans before you try this stuff. So that time we started in this position. Next up, we're going to pick it up from a deadlift. And you're going to notice we're going to do one clean on one side, which is more of a dead clean, like a dead clean, than a swing clean. Second pickup method, deadlift the weights up. You're going to dip your hips to get down, clean one side up. Notice your spine is already slightly in kind of a 45-degree rotation. Rotate to that other side. Get back to that deadlift E position. It is not a perfect deadlift position. It's a deadlift E position. Our third method is we are going to double clean the weights up, and then we are going to start and stop from this strong position so that we can pick it up and put it down the easiest. This is the most recommended way to do this because there's the least number of things you can mess up and tweak yourself up. Thumbs point back. Catch the weights. This is our starting position. One goes down. And then we're going to finish in this high position so that we can set it down with the best technique possible. That's the version that I teach the most. All the other ones, as people get better, people can do it any way they want as long as they don't hurt themselves. If they hurt themselves, we go back to this version right here. But in the interest of teaching people responsibility for their own health and well-being, I will let people pick it up and put it down however they want. As long as they don't pick it up and tweak themselves right away, then we go back to the drawing board. You can use this exercise, plug it into CrossFit, plug it into anything. If you have in CrossFit, if you had like 135 pound hang power cleans and you wanted to vary it up that day, then you could grab 2 24K kettlebells and you could do this and you would match the numbers. Instead of 10 hang power cleans, you would do 10 on each side for a total of 20. It's gonna change the way your workout works, but it's going to be a massive amount of variation, which will be very unpredictable for most people. There's a lot of stuff happening in the core during this movement. Do not be surprised the first day you do this exercise, you wake up the next day and there's a lot of muscles in your back that are just found something new to do. This has been Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica.